Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the C-Man, and I want to welcome you to another edition of the C-Man's Cinema Sit Down. I don't want to waste any time because it's been too long as it is. This show came out over a week ago. I did all of the watching. It takes a while to edit these, and then it was like Obi-Wan had a new episode, The Boys came out. I've been doing a lot of watching and a lot of editing, but you can see I got my Hawkins Palace Arcade shirt on, which means there's only one show that we could possibly be getting ready to talk about. So why don't you pull up a chair, take a seat. We are getting ready to take a look and watch the first episode of Season 4, Part 1 of Stranger Things, Chapter 1, The Hellfire Club. And I don't know when I started. At some point doing these watch-alongs, I started doing my intros in front of the watch-alongs. You've already seen it on Obi-Wan. I don't know if or when I did that with Netflix, so you might get an open like this for me every episode. You might just get it for a couple. I know the first two I definitely didn't do it on. But, you know, just need to tee this bad boy up, and having already seen Stranger Things Season 4, Part 1, man, there's a show. It just continues to be so freaking good and just continues to up the level, up the ante, up the stakes every season. And for me, every season just works beautifully. And this season is no different. And it all starts with this very first episode. So let's not waste any more time. Let's toss it back to the past C-Man who threw this on when Stranger Things dropped. And take a look at what he was thinking while he was watching and all of his spoiler thoughts on Stranger Things, Season 4, Part 1, Chapter 1, The Hellfire Club. Take it away, past Stranger Things, watching C-Man. What is happening? Yeah, we filmed this season of Stranger Things a year ago, but given the recent tragic shooting at school in Texas, viewers may find the opening scene episode distressing. Oh, that's cool. Good on you, Netflix and Stranger Things. Recap. Need the recap. So I wanted to rewatch everything, but I wasn't able to. So I rewatched the Season 3 season finale. So the whole season recap, that'll be helpful. Robin, Steve, and Dustin. This is my favorite trio in the whole show. Easy. I forgot about that. Let's see, it's a good thing I watched this. It is crazy how terrifying, like, the Mind Flayer was in this season, man. They got really dark in this season, too. Like, you've seen the darkness elevate each season, which makes me semi-nervous for this season. Like, look at that thing. Also, Millie Bobby Brown has done so much since this season. Same with Finn. Like, the two of them have been all over, like, the other movies. I feel like they've grown the most. Stranger Things. Alright, let's go. Ah, baby. Chapter 1, The Hellfire Club. Love that. The Netflix to Doom logo gets the like, electrical red clouds in the background. Too quiet and normal. I don't like this. That kid is very good at throwing papers, though. I don't like any of this. Just don't like the way he writes his A's. It's slanted. And some of them are normal. Freaking me out. Oh, is this what's his face? It is. Oh man, he would have a creepy routine. September 8th, 1979. Oh, so we're going back. Okay. So like, wait. So they shoot Hawkins National Laboratories. So, because we've seen shots of a younger 11. So it means they had to have shot this stuff Season 1. That's crazy. So I wonder if they shot this stuff for Season 1 and it just didn't get used and they repurposed it, or if the Duffer Brothers always knew they were gonna need this scene in this season. That would be fascinating to find out. Oh, and this is the Rainbow Room. Oh man, this is just a shirt from the Stranger Things experience. I was in the rainbow room. I got superpowers. Spoilers. Because we had to do like little puzzle game things in the rainbow room during the Stranger Things experience, which you'll see in a different video. There's cool stuff in there. Cool stuff in the fact that like set up pretty accurately to the show.
Know what you see?
Cow?
It's supposed to be a dog.
It looks like a cow.
Does look more like a cow.
It does, doesn't it? I want you to find Dr. Ellis.
Something is wrong.
If you've lost the visual, just let it go. Try to reorient.
They're screaming.
Why are they screaming?
Oh god. Was this the first rift, maybe? No! Just a door. Just a door. Jesus. Oh my gosh, dude. Why are they? They're all contorted. Oh no. 11's the only one.
What have you done?
Oh, dude, 11 did all of that? Yo. I'm thinking, like, we're gonna get, like, our first Demodog or, like, something opening up from the other. I didn't think we were gonna get 11 massacring everything. Now, mind you, I don't remember a lot of season 1 or 2. So, like, maybe that was hinted at in the first season. You knew messed up things happened to 11. I don't know if I knew 11 killed everybody in the research facility.
Dear Mike, today is day 185. Feels more like 10 years. Purchasing it. Some exciting news. Joyce got an amazing new job. She gets to work at home.
Ha! That's funny. Working at home. Such a problem now, people.
Jonathan is acting weird also. I think he's just nervous about college. He is still waiting for his big letter.
What is that? He's doing a terrible job. Superboy
His funny
pizza.
friend Argyle has been taking us to school. His hair is longer than mine, and he and Jonathan like to smoke smelly plants together. Jonathan says the plants are super safe because they come from the earth, but to not tell Joyce.
I love that. California, California, dreaming on such a winter's day. Oh, I
At
miss you,
first,
Callie.
I missed all the spring flowers, but now I find it pretty here too. I even like school now. I am still best at math, but my grammar is getting good now also.
March 21st, 1986. Oh man, I'm still not even born yet.
Even so, I am ready for spring break. Mostly because I get to see you. We will have the best spring break ever.
Lying through her teeth.
Love, Al.
What the hell are you doing? It's 10 after. Oh, shit. You have 30 seconds or I'm leaving without you. Wait.
Michael, I know your D&D club is tonight.
Hellfire. Why don't you just call it the high school dropout club?
I want you home no later than 9 tonight, okay?
Yeah, okay, I'll try.
No trying. You need to go to bed early tonight.
Why? It's a 6:30 flight, Michael.
Yeah, I know, but... No buts. 9 or no California.
And no sweetie pie.
Sweetie pie.
Remind me, when did they become reasonable human beings again?
Jiminy Cricket's Dusty. I'm in.
Holy shit.
Dusty, what's going on in there? You're gonna be late.
Don't come in, I'm naked!
see it?
Yeah, I see it. I will repent later.
Hey, that seems like a strong bump.
The problem with Heidi is that she's going out of state for college. So it's like, do I really want to start another relationship that has no point other than sex? I mean, I don't know. Does that make sense to you? Robin, are you listening to me?
Yes, I'm
What did I
listening.
say? What
You
did I
said
just say?
something about sex with Linda.
No, I'm talking about Heidi.
Cut me some slack, please. Your love life is one of labyrinthian complexity, and it is 7 in the morning. We have to go to this stupid pep rally,
Oh.
and I woke up looking like a total corpse.
You're worried about a basketball pep rally. You expect me to believe that?
Yeah, so?
So, we both know what this is about, okay? I'm not buying that bullshit. This is about Vicky.
Absolutely not. You ask out a girl and she says no. Big deal. Nothing happens. Maybe your ego's a little bruised, but I ask out the wrong girl and bam, I'm a town pariah.
Okay, yeah, I'd buy that, except that Vicky is definitely not the wrong girl.
We just don't know that, do we?
She returned fast times, paused at 53 minutes, 5 seconds. Do you know who pauses fast times at 53 minutes, 5 seconds? People who like boobies, Robin. Boobies, okay? I like boobies. You like boobies. Vicky likes boobies. Definitely. Boobies.
I love those two so much. Like, Steve and Robin are my favorite best friend duo. They're so good together. Boobies. Oh, next. Sync's also done a lot since they filmed this that we've already seen.
Where were you?
I think Sadie's story is gonna hit me this season.
Now look, I'm not saying that my girlfriend is better than yours. It's just that Susie's like a certified genius.
You do realize Ellis saved the world twice, right?
And yet you still have a C in Spanish.
It's been a tough year for Hawkins. How much loss can one community take? So last night, when we were down by 10 points at half to Christian Academy, I looked at my team. Think of Jack. Think of Melissa. Think of Heather. Think of Billy. Think about our heroic police chief, Jim Hopper. Let's win this game for them, and that's exactly what we did. Tonight, we're gonna bring home the championship trophy!
Tonight? How is that possible?
They call it a tournament. If you win one game, you go on to play the next until there's only one team left.
I don't get the big deal. Just talk to Eddie. Get him to move Hellfire to another night.
Just talk to Eddie.
Why don't you just talk to your coach and get him to move the game?
I think that's a great idea, Mike.
Thank you, Dustin. This is the championship game.
And this is the end of Eddie's campaign, and we need you.
Yeah, and the Tigers don't. You've been on the bench all year.
It's not the point. If I get in good with these guys, I'll be in the popular crowd. And then you guys will be too. So you want to be stuck with the nerds and freaks for 3 more years?
We are nerds and freaks.
Yeah, but maybe we don't have to be.
Lucas.
I'm tired of being bullied. I'm tired of girls laughing at us. I'm tired of feeling like a loser. We came to high school wanting things to be different, right? Now we have that chance. I skipped tonight. That's all out the window. Come to my game. Please.
Thanks.
A Russian doll.
Jane!
This is my dad. His name is Hopper. This is Mr. Fibley. He is a squirrel.
Angela, let's save questions until the end of Jane's presentation.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just like confused. I thought this was a presentation about a historical hero. This is supposed to be about famous people?
My dad is famous. He saved lots of lives, and he was my hero too.
That's not what I'm saying at all, but it's okay. I am so sorry, Mrs. Gracie. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Hey, are you alright? I'm fine.
That's the head cheerleader.
Please just go away. Are you deaf? I said go away! Chrissy? Chrissy? Did you hear me? Open the goddamn door, Chrissy! Open the door, Chrissy, or I'm gonna gut you like the fat pig that you are! Did you hear me? Did you hear me?
We were talking, shooting the shit, and we were thinking that maybe we might postpone.
What? No. Over my head. And rather than find a sub for him, you want to postpone.
We don't want to postpone it. It's just.
Can I level with you? You boys are the future of Hellfire. I knew it the moment I saw you. You were wearing a Weird Al t-shirt, which I thought was brave. Thank you. Mike, you were wearing whatever shit your mommy bought you from the goddamn gas. But there are other little lost sheepies out there who need help. Who need you. And all you guys gotta do is get your Bo Peep song and go and find one.
You received a doll in the mail.
Yes.
And it's creepy. You believe it's from Russia, huh?
I know it is.
Wait, can you undress her? That's the creepy doll. Can you remove her dress?
So weird. He's so weird.
Jesus.
What?
She has nipples.
Okay, now, do you see anything taped to her? Wires or a bug or something?
Oh, it's cracked.
Okay, do you have rope? And something heavy.
What for?
What?
Smashing.
Why does she need a rope for smashing? Like,
What do you think,
hammer.
Marge? You're mopey. Really? Mopey dick.
You just don't understand, Nancy.
He's not like you. He's caring and compassionate.
Everything between us is
Perfect.
I'm still rooting for my alt. Nancy! Nancy, hey, do you want to join Hellfire tonight?
One time, come on.
Yeah, I'll pass.
You're just jealous because I have another older male friend.
Whatever. I really dig this girl. I think that she could. Who knows? Maybe she could be the one. I got some customers. Gotta call you back. Bye.
No, you can't call me back. I'm at.
It's the one thing I regret about high school. I wish I would have worked at a video store. So many things 36-year-old Corey could teach teenage Corey.
But these aren't your normal dice. They have up to 20 sides.
If I played, if I get one of those cool t-shirts.
Yes.
Really?
Everyone gets a t-shirt. We make them ourselves. And if you... You're being sarcastic. You're being sarcastic?
I love Sadie Singh.
She's being
Such
sarcastic.
a great ad.
Dustin, where are you going? Just trust me! Come on, just talk to me. Tell me things!
Oh man, dude, the mix of horror and comedy in the show is so good, and it never feels like a comedy. It's just so natural. But like even just that shift there from like the two of them running away to the girl who's just got some serious stuff going on. But like, I mean, she's the first person it seems like is getting some kind of like nudge from the upside down. A whole dramatic shift. I love it. I'm on edge just on the gnat sounds and little, you know. Don't go into the forest. Nothing good happens here, Chrissy. I only know that because it says it on your shirt. I didn't remember your name. Ah, man. Why would you walk towards a clock that is in a tree? And now the glass is cracking. Like, you're only gonna take one run away. Oh, no. No, I hate spiders, man.
Hey. Sorry.
Oh, hey.
Didn't mean to scare you. You okay?
I'm seeing things.
So, how does this work exactly?
Just like any other old sale, except cash only, and for obvious reasons, no receipts.
I'll do a half ounce for 20. What do you say?
What? Why did they just insert a really bad digital squirrel?
Do you ever feel like you're losing your mind?
You know, just on a daily basis. You know, this isn't the first time that we've hung out.
No?
Corroded coffin.
Corroded.
Oh my God! Yes,
You do
no,
remember,
of course,
right?
with a name like that, how could I forget?
I don't know. We play at the Hideout on Tuesdays. It's pretty cool. We actually get a crowd of about 5 drunks. And other good news, flattery works with me. So, $15. Robbing blind here.
Literally. $15.
Do you have anything
You get a joint for 17 at some
stronger?
places. Oh no, don't. Chrissy, no.
Oh my
Bitch. Jerks, man. Yo, go frickin' lay a dude out. I want to see the rage that I know is in that little body of yours. Oh. Let's go! Come on, Elle, you don't have any powers right now. You know that.
Jane! Did someone do this?
I tripped.
All right, Angela. You come with me.
What? Why?
Let's go.
It's not that bad. We'll fix it together, okay?
Wait, really? This is... Why? Why is this the method of smashing? Why not just use the hammer?
Really necessary?
If that porcelain belly is pregnant with an explosive device...
Suppose that's fair.
Joyce! Are you there? Talk to me, Joyce!
Was that...
Yeah.
What happened?
It broke.
Message. Hopper. Like, how? Hop is alive. Who in Russia is helping? I need a new episode. Oh man, we still got this championship game. I need to know what's going on with Hop and who's communicating out of Russia.
Does it bother you that, like, we might win a championship, like, right after you graduated?
You know, yeah, that's an interesting point.
Everyone now, please rise for our national anthem. Singing for us tonight, we have a very special guest. Our very own, Tammy Thompson!
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
Okay, she does sound like a mother. Totally sounds like her. It's probably Miss Becky. I used to think that she sounded good because I had this massive crush. I'm sorry. We took a massively hard class together. We were in Mrs. Click's class together.
Wow. She sounds amazing, doesn't she?
Feedback is so bad. Who's their third? Oh, yes! Who's his little sister? She is the shit. I love her. She's got the American flag on as a cape. Yes! Most excellent choice, boys. I mean, it probably blows up in their face, baby.
No. You asked for a sub, we delivered. This is Hellfire Club, not babysitting club.
I'm 11, you long-haired freak.
Oh my. The child speaks. What's your name, child?
Erica Sinclair.
This is Sinclair's infamous sister. What's your class and level? Level 1 dwarf?
My name is Lady Applejack, and I'm a chaotic, good, half-elf rogue level 14, and I will sneak behind any monster you throw my way and stab them in the back with my poison-soaked kukri. And I'll smile as I watch them die, a slow, agonizing death. So, we gonna do this? Or we gonna keep chit-chatting like this is your mommy's book club?
Get it, Erica? I love it.
Welcome to Hellfire.
That's awesome. Love that. Love that so much. I was wondering how they were going to work Erica into the season. It's such a good... The overall group is so good. Way to play defense, guy.
The hooded cultists chant, "Hail, Lord Vecna." He is not only missing his left arm, but his left eye. So it was thought, my friends. So it was thought. But Vecna lives.
Oh.
You are scared. You're
They are all so
tired. You
short.
are injured. Do you flee Vecna and his cultists? Or do you stand your ground and fight? Sinclair, you're in. Huh? You're in.
Lucas is gonna... You knew this was gonna happen. Like, you can tell that Lucas is gonna get a shot. Yeah.
To the death.
To the death. Guy looks so short. Wet. Oh. This is a fun little sequence. I love that the camera. I love that little tracking on the board with the die rolls. It's great. Is that Mountain Dew? Look at those old school Mountain Dew cans. Oh my gosh. They got Coke at the. They got. Does that say Coke? Does that say Coke on? Yeah, it does. Enjoy Coke on the board. What a small town high school has a sponsor on their scoreboard?
Get me the ball.
Give me the D20.
It's gotta go to Lucas. Oh man. Lucas with the tip. Get it! Come on! Make sure you hold that follow through, Lucas. The slow-mo really threw off my chances. Wasn't ready for the 60-second to 2 seconds. Hold that follow through, Lucas. Oh, that's gonna be awesome. Lucas and Erica are both gonna win at the same time. Win that chip. I used to play b-boy. You gotta hold that follow through. What? Good rotation, good roll. Come on. Come on. Oh no! Oh, I thought it was gonna go right in. How do they make the balls? How many times do you think they'd shoot it for it to bounce the way they need it to bounce? Oh god! Oh god! Bah! Then you run down the court with that arm like that. W! That's awesome. Ha! Tell you, man, Eddie came off a little harsh the way he went at, like, the quote-unquote jock guy. But I'm really digging Eddie's character. Lucas, game winner, they're gonna... None of his friends are there.
A great game it was, Alan, ending with a dramatic buzzer beater from bench warmer Lucas Sinclair.
Oh, it's Eddie. Eddie actually got Chrissy to come hang out with him. Oh no, please don't tell me they're gonna... Eddie, don't have harder stuff. Just convince her that the pot is all you need.
How long does it take?
Sorry?
The special K. How long to kick in?
Oh, well, it depends if you snort it or not.
You sure you have it?
No, I got it. Somewhere.
Eddie? Did you find it?
You're playing with the chimes of that clock and this horror score is... It's getting to me. Oh no. What the hell is going on?
Sweetheart, you're going to look absolutely beautiful.
Oh, what is happening? These hallucinations are crazy. Like, what is that? Like, I want to know what, like, is really happening. Like, what is Eddie seeing her do? Now she's in her house. Oh, jeez. Dude. No, there's no way that's gonna be good. Oh, no! Oh, dude. I tell you, man, they're throwing the new characters right in, man. Episode 1.
Peaceful bliss, just moments away. Chrissy?
Oh, she's just in like a full lock trance?
Chrissy? Hello? Chrissy? Chrissy? Hello? Hey, Chrissy?
Oh, dude, we gonna get him first episode 2? Oh, we sure are. Oh, dude, it's moving. How's he accessing their brains, though? With the spiders. Again with the spiders. I need the spiders, man. Oh, well, that's not good.
Chrissy, wake up! I don't like this! Chrissy, wake up!
I don't think it either, Eddie. I mean, we've seen his face already, but like... I don't want nothing to do with this. We ain't gotten the sound effects till now. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I feel like the reveal's gotta be worse than what we saw in the trailers. No, it's pretty much the same. Dude, except like his body is slithering. I did not pick up on that in the trailers.
Don't cry, Chrissy. It's time for your suffering to end.
No, 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 no.
Chrissy!
Oh, dude. Oh. Oh no, oh no. That's how all the bodies were in the hospital at the beginning. Oh my god, dude. Like, are those like Elle's powers? Like, incarnate? Like, she loses his powers, or she loses her powers. Now this thing turns up. He's killing people and contorting their bodies the same way all the bodies were contorted at the beginning. I don't know if he necessarily comes from Elle, but like him and Elle definitely have some sort of crazy connection. Oh my gosh, man, what? Whew. Like, wow. It was like, whew. One, it's been a long time since I've watched hour-plus long television. So, thank you, Netflix, for all of the content. I mean, we're going to get, like, full-on movie-length episodes throughout the course of this season. I think there's... The finale for part 1 is 90. I think there's at least 1 or 2 more that push that in part 2. But, wow, man, they threw so much at us. I mean, one, I love the intro, right? Like, getting to see where Elle and Will and Mrs. Byers are. You know, being out on the West Coast, a lot of the things at the Stranger Things experience make more sense now. Stuff like Surfer Boy Pizza, which I had a slice of. But yeah, like, it's one of those, like, I love the setup. I love using Elle writing a letter to Mike with the build up to spring break coming and like how long it's been. And then how the story that she's telling Mike so that Mike doesn't worry about her so contradicts what's really going on at school with Elle. I thought Millie Bobby Brown was phenomenal. I mean, she's always phenomenal, but all episode long, man. I mean, you really, every time that we were with her, you're going through these things where she is just being bullied, like, in really difficult ways, especially for where she is, right? You know, like, as a person, with all that she's had to learn since meeting the guys, like, the way that she is just conveying that pain is, she's crushing it. I love the new characters. Chrissy really hit home for me, seeing that she's bulimic. Obviously, you know, that kind of hits close to home for me. And then to see what ultimately ends up happening to Chrissy, like, that was, all of that was kind of really tough to digest personally for myself. But I did think that the Duffer Brothers did a really good job in making you not necessarily understand, but you can feel all of the pain and the stuff that can lead to something like that. And obviously, you know, that's serious stuff, man. Like, that's stuff that at the end of the day can lead to what happens to Chrissy, and just well, I mean, they did kind of emaciate her face too. Yeah, all that really hit in a weird way, obviously, for me. But I thought the girl who played Chrissy did a tremendous job. I could really feel like what she was going through her performance, which I thought was excellent. The guy playing Eddie, I didn't like him right out the gate, right? Like, you know, granted, you know, I myself, you know, more of an outsider than a popular kid, even though I played sports. I'm kind of like where Lucas is, you know, and I can really understand where Lucas is coming from, especially when, like, you get into high school and stuff, and, like, sports, especially in my town, sports is something that all of us played, but was something that, you know, really inherently kind of connected you to a lot of people, where, you know, the nerdy stuff really wasn't. And what's funny, I'm sure, you know, if you do, you know, Stranger Things 20 years from now, Lucas will find out that a lot of those popular kids on the basketball team, maybe they like D&D or comics or nerdy things, you know, because that's the way the world really works. But I can definitely, you know, like, I feel what's going on with Lucas, and I mean, you're getting great stuff there. But yeah, I mean, kind of seeing Eddie do the inverse bullying on the captain of the basketball team didn't really rub me the right way, but seeing how he interacted with Mike and Dustin was really awesome. You started to get more of his personality. You could see that hardcore response that he has in the cafeteria. It is that defense mechanism. And seeing him get to be real with Chrissy was really nice. I don't like the fact that he's selling hardcore drugs, the weed. I'm fine with that. But, like, and especially someone like Chrissy, you can see that she's, you know, really hurting. Maybe I would have, I don't know, I would have liked to, just because I want to like Eddie, I maybe would have liked to have seen him maybe get her there. You'd be like, you know what? I don't have the special K because he never had it, and then like try to talk to her, but he doesn't even get that chance. And I'll be interested to see how what happened to Chrissy impacts Eddie going forward, and I hope Eddie, you know, kind of becomes not like a replacement for Billy, obviously very different characters, but can kind of fill that void, you know, the long-haired rocker guy. But in a more enjoyable way than I think what you got from Billy. So I hope we get to see more of Eddie throughout the season. I dig the Hellfire Club, right? And I like the fact that the show kind of built it to be like, I don't know if I should like these guys. And then when you actually get in there, you know, you really get to understand it. Syncing it up with the basketball game was absolute genius from the Duffer Brothers. Like, that's one of those things where, you know, when Chrissy's talking to him, you know, she's like, I was expecting you to be kind of scary. And, like, you know, the one kid who doesn't want anything to do with D&D, you know, he's like, you know, like my parents say it's like leads to demon worship and stuff. And that's, I think, something that, you know, it kind of looms over stuff like Dungeons and Dragons and those types of things where, you know, people who didn't understand it would put this satanic kind of spin on it. And I love syncing it up the way that they sync it up with that basketball game, because if you are not a nerd or not someone, like I didn't play D&D, but I understand how those things work, and I've played, you know, things in that vein. But like if you don't understand that world, and especially if you come from the sport world, syncing it up that way, like that's legit. The way you feel in a championship game, rebound comes out, the kid on the bench shoots the last shot, it goes in to win the championship. Like that's what a roll of dice can be in that game. And I thought that was a wonderful comparison kind of to have that I really, really dug. The stuff going on with Max, obviously, I think Max is a major player this season. I love Sadie Sink. You know, I was talking about how we've seen a lot from Millie Bobby Brown since they filmed most of this. Same goes with Sadie Sink. They've both done a bunch of stuff. And Sadie Sink is like, I think she is a low-key... I only say low-key because she's technically still newer to the cast. But like, after Millie Bobby Brown... and Finn Wolfhard, I'll give the elder statesman the edge there. I think Sadie Sink though is like your powerhouse, like card up your sleeves, you know, like secret weapon. I think her season with what she's going through also, that's connecting with me on a totally different level, you know, with the loss of a sibling. But I think while we only got a little bit of her here, I think where her character is going to go, and if anything that the experience may have teased mixed with what we've seen in the trailers, I think she's gonna you're gonna get to the end of this season, you're gonna go, Sadie Sink is an absolute baller. But I love what you're getting from her here. Same thing, you really feel the pain. You can feel the pain that everybody is going through, even when you're looking at, like I said, like Lucas being torn between two worlds, someone like Dustin and Mike, while, you know, nothing terribly negative is happening to either of them, like the fact that their friend is gonna go choose to play basketball and try to get in with the cool kids than just leaning into being, you know, a nerd. Like I can understand the stuff that they're going through. Oh my gosh, the best friends in the world. You got, you know, obviously Steve and Robin. I mean, Kit Heary and Maya Hawke, that combo last season, like, just popped so much. Obviously the trio, right, with Dustin being in there too on that storyline. But here, obviously, I think we're kind of breaking that off more, where it's just Steve and Robin, and I just adore them so much. I mean, one, to go through Robin's story last year and get to that place where, like, you know, you're kind of on an even playing field, where there is no sexual tension between the two once you realize that she's lesbian, and the way that Steve totally embraces her and immediately becomes her best friend in that season. Seeing that carry over here, that drive into school where they're talking about the girls, or Victoria, the girl in the band that we see in the show, and where, like, it's one of those things, like, obviously with the world that we live in, there's still lots of messed up stuff, but there's been a lot of progression since the 80s, and going back to, like, that 86 realm, living in the modern world, you don't think of, like, oh, like, you couldn't just approach a girl and ask her out, right? Like, if that happened now, you know, or vice versa, like, a guy comes up to me, I'm just gonna be like, oh, no, like, I'm sorry, I don't go that way, or I don't swing that way, like, by all means. But back then, especially in a small town, you pick the wrong person, and now you're a pariah, right? Because of the way, you know, the homophobia that existed then, right? And I love just that whole interaction and the way that, like, while that interaction is fun, you know, Maya really brings it to a place that gets a lot more serious, where she's like, look, I become a pariah if I go after the wrong thing. And I love that Steve's immediate counter to, one, just kind of undercut the seriousness and lighten the mood for his friend is like, she returned Fast Times at this specific time, and at that time, that's when there were boobies on the screen. Like, you're a fan of boobies, I'm a fan of boobies, she's a fan of boobies. Like, I love that whole thing, man. And Kit and Maya are just, they're so talented, and their chemistry is, I would argue their chemistry is probably the best of any of the chemistry in the show at all. And then, I mean, just what we're getting with everybody, you know, I mean, even when you're looking at, Mike's older brother, and you're looking at Natalie Dwyer's character, or no, I guess Mike's sister and Will's brother, while they're also, you know, I kind of like that comparison, right, between Elle and Mike, and, you know, and you have the opposite, right, with Will's brother and Mike's sister. I can't think of anybody's names today. There's so many names to keep up with in this show. But I kind of like that balance, right, where you're kind of seeing that distance impact in different ways. And same thing, like the shop class talking to his buddy and talking to like the editor at the school paper about each other, like, so let you know where they are at their relationship, how tight they are, even though they're worlds away. And how, like, they're willing to try to fight for one another. Like, I kind of like that. And it's one of those things where when you have that distance and you kind of lose some of the chemistry that you get in those moments, good writing and the back and forth where you're going between 2 points of view. I thought the Duffer Brothers just crushed that across the board with this one. And yeah, I mean, I think that's a great start. Like I said, it takes a little getting used to something being over an hour long. But I think they've really built out everything they got. I mean, every character got play. I mean, even Mrs. Byers getting the Russian doll and finding that note confirming that Hop is alive, still working with the crazy science dude the whole time. And that whole bit was hysterical too. Like, I'm like, why are you not just breaking it up? Like, that seems really simple. Like, oh, bomb, duh. Like, and just the way things sync up, man, right? Like, you're talking about the 80s, Russia was a problem. We feel that now. Like, it's kind of crazy. And then I did appreciate a lot that I'm assuming this was probably the Duffer Brothers, maybe it was Netflix, but the way it was worded made it sound like it came from someone from the show. But to put up top that, you know, they'd shot this a long time ago, the opening sequence, I guess they referred to like 3+ years ago, because they would have had to have shot that, you know, during season 1, because that's little baby Elle. But that opening sequence is very jarring, and it's very intense, and it involves a lot of child corpses. And with everything that happened in Texas, I really appreciate that the Duffer Brothers and Netflix and the Stranger Things team put something in front of the recap. I mean, it says that, like, with what's happened, this might hit home harder, and, like, you know, making that aware, it was definitely something where it was like, okay, I'm gonna level set myself. Like, obviously something violent with kids is gonna be going on, and I just appreciate that was there, because you can level set yourself, and then you can also go, oh, you know what, I'm really feeling a way about what happened in Texas and with the school shooting, so I'm gonna avoid it. You know, even though there's no guns there, seeing the corpses of children always is really tough. But simultaneously, like we were kind of saying right at the end, that opening with that closing really set up this scenario where it's like you see the aftermath of whatever happened, and you just heard the screaming. You never see Eleven doing anything, but she's bleeding from her eyes. Obviously she has done something, or she fought off something, right? Like, maybe it was this thing, or a lesser version of it. But considering we've never seen this dude at all, you know, and we've had the voice from the Upside Down come through other people, but never directly from an actual being. The fact that you can see with what happens to Chrissy so many similarities in the way her body is with the corpses that we see at the lab at the beginning, that, like, I wonder if this thing has taken a physical form, and that's what's robbed Elle of her powers, and if Elle actually did do it, or if it was something else. But I like how you kind of bookend it with those two sequences where there's similarities that now make you go, I wonder what's going on. And this is where, as a reviewer, I wish I had a week to think about this, but as a fan, I'm like, yes, I can just push play on the next one. So those are all my spoiler thoughts on Episode 1, The Hellfire Club of Stranger Things Season 4. Really off to a strong start. Like I said, I think that they laid a good foundation. I would give this probably like a rock solid. I mean, it's really strong. I mean, I feel like everything in the show is going to be like 4.5 or higher because I love it so much. But I mean, we'll go out the gate. We'll give it room to improve. I'll do 4.2. I haven't done like a point not 5 or 0 in a long time. I think it's better than a 4. I want to give it a 4.5, but we'll be fair. We'll to see that there's levels to the enjoyment of this season. We'll slot it at a 4.2 so there's room to move. But yeah, I mean, I really think everything in this episode is working, sets it up well, hooks you right at the end to want to push the button to watch the next episode, which is exactly what it's supposed to do. And I'm here. Like, I feel like I've got enough to dive into the season now where I'm like, all right, I've got my arsenal with me. I'm ready to go see what kind of crazy things and surprises we have in store. So I'm very, very excited. The question is, what about you, man? Stranger Things, Episode 1, The Hellfire Club. What'd you think of The Hellfire Club? What'd you think of the comparison, like with that and the basketball game? What do you think? What's popping for you? Who's standing out amongst our massive cast and the storylines that we're setting up and how that's going to play into this overall story? And what do you think the connection is between that entity and L? Anything you got, man? Good, bad, indifferent on Stranger Things Episode 1, The Hellfire Club. Spoiler filled, baby. This is a spoiler review. Put it down below. Look forward to talking to you guys down there. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, you want to come hang out with C-Man anytime we're watching movies, TV, trailers, we're talking about those things, you want to be here for all of my Stranger Things coverage, that'll be a slow rollout because these videos take a very long time for me, and I have a lot going on in the world. But you want to be here for all that stuff. You want to see what the Stranger Things experience. This dope Stranger Things shirt came from that experience, so I've got a video chronicling that and talking about that, which is a lot of fun. We'll go through all the cool other things. I have a whole bunch of Stranger Things stuff I came home with. So you want to be here for any of that stuff. You just want to show a little love and support to this guy because you dig what I'm doing. Well, hey, come join C-Maniac Nation. Super simple. All you got to do, jump over there, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell if you want those alerts. Until next time, for the C-Man's Cinema Sit Down. We'll see you on the next Stranger Things episode. I've been the C-Man. I'm signing off. Peace. Oh, hey, what's going on? You must be sticking around because you're looking for more content featuring this guy. Well, guess what? You're in the right place. You can check out more videos right here and right here. And if you have and you want to come join that C-Maniac Nation, you can hit that subscribe right over there.